All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Welcome to the Only Mel Cruz show. I am the Only Mel Cruz. I'm on camera today, y'all. So we doing these numbers. Hit the like button, subscribe, please share the show. I want to give a shout out to what's my guy's name over here? Hood. What's his name? Hold on just a minute, y'all. Yeah. Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. I want to give him a big shout out because yesterday I was listening to his live and he had Hanna Gabriels. She just popped in and she kind of broke it down exactly what the situation was in terms of why she's not fighting right now or whatever the issue was with her being disqualified and then evidently being put back in the I guess she's eligible to fight now or something. I'm not clear on all of that conflict, and I'm okay with that. Not to be the know-it-all on all of that, but because I do appreciate being able to learn from other people's channels in terms of like what happened, and it was phenomenal that she just popped up automatically onto Hood Champion Boxing and Sports page and kind of really just broke it down. But here's my thing. This is, and I think she's very nice and professional. And, we talk about decorum and we talk about Claressa Shields and, and her carrying herself and comporting herself in a professional manner. I feel like Hanna does that. She actually comes with, the appropriate way in which to conduct oneself, especially in a sport such as boxing. So anyway, I went back and I said, well, I want to look at some of these fights. And listen, I honestly believe, I have an opinion about Hanna Gabriels, okay? And I'll kind of, I guess, share that a little bit later. But I was looking at Claressa, and I'm going to tell you right now, oof, I would have to run from her if I ran into her somewhere because she really is a beast. I see why they call her the GWOAT. I see why. I feel like she's deserving of that title. You could still see some sloppiness going on with some of her move and groove, but for the most part, she does have heart and she's got some skills in there. And I think she intimidates some of her opponents. I think I did watch the fight with her and what's my girl's name? She just had that fight with her. It'll come up, but what is her name? I can't think of it. Anyway, but she was not, this woman was not, she wasn't intimidated. And if you guys know, who was it? So Claressa fought, I think it was Lanny, and then I can't remember it was the black woman. I can't remember who that was. I can't remember her name, but this woman took her around and around and around, but she did lose the fight. And that was, interesting. But anyway, so I wanted to take a look at this fight that, I wanted to just kind of go over some of the things in the fight that Claressa had with Hanna Gabriels. And I feel like Hanna is like just very smooth and nice. And, and I don't know. I think, if there's going to be a rematch, I feel like if there's going to be a rematch, Gabriel might need to get a little bit ratchety. You know what I mean? She might need to just ratchet it up a little bit. Although I don't think that's going to phase Claressa at all. It's not going to phase her. But you never know. She might end up having that impact on her. But right now, she just seems way too nice, and so maybe internally she needs to talk to herself and say, and pump her own self up. But let's take a look at this fight because she really did. Hanna, I'm referring to. She did exhibit championship behavior in this fight with Claressa. So we're just going to just snip at it. Y'all hit the like button. If you want me to drop the link and you want to come up, let me know. You're welcome to. But I would like to hear your feedback and what your thoughts are in terms of, some of what's going on with this fight. So let's get right to it.
And here inside the Detroit Masonic Temple, our main event features one of the sport's most popular current fighters, two-time Olympic gold medalist Claressa Shields. Shields drops down in weight in the hopes of capturing 2 more championship belts. To do it, she'll need to best her most accomplished opponent to date, Hanna Gabriels, the current unified 154-pound champion. Gabriels moves up in weight for titles in a 3rd division. My partner Steve Farhood had an opportunity to talk with both champions earlier tonight.
Hanna Gabriels, you're moving up in weight. Claressa's coming down. I know you've been asked this question a lot, but how will weight impact this fight?
We don't know until I feel her, right? But really and truly, I believe that when you learn to do other things, the power and all of that, it plays something, but not everything. So I feel very confident about my job and all that we've been working on, and we'll see.
Behind all the holiday.
And quietly, this is exactly this. After she lost the fight, this was her same demeanor.
When somebody asked you, how are you going to fight Claressa, you said definitely not the way all the other women have fought her.
Yeah.
So what is your plan going to be?
Yeah, I'm just going to be technical aggressive. There's no way you can win to Claressa being passive or being, expecting to catch her, because she's very fast and she has so much stamina and is so aggressive that, you got to step up to the game just like as aggressive as she is. So I'm just very excited because I haven't been that aggressive in a while. And so I'm just excited to see how this will work out.
We're excited too. Good luck, Hanna.
Thank you so much.
Claressa Shields, I saw the look on your face yesterday when they announced the weight. You were like, whew.
Yeah.
You were relieved. So how is weight going to play a factor in this fight?
I don't think it is. She's coming up. I'm going down. We're meeting right in the middle. So, and if she walks around at 175, I'll walk around about 180. I think we're both coming down, and it should be a good fight.
You have said that Hanna Gabriels is, on paper or off paper, the best fighter you fought so far. What kind of fight are you expecting?
I expect her to use her gifts, use her legs. Hopefully she has some heart today and not try to run and prove to me that I'm not the greatest woman of all time tonight. But I'm here to prove the exact opposite. I am the greatest woman of all time, and that I'm a different fighter than any fighter she's ever fought. Out of her 18 wins and all her knockouts, I'm not any of those girls. I'm a totally different animal.
The guy who's taping your hands right now, one of the top trainers in boxing, John David Jackson. Yeah. It's your first fight with him. What will we see a little bit different?
I'm gonna use my skills a lot more. I'm not gonna be so aggressive. I'm gonna take my time, use my jab, and he taught me some new combinations, so hopefully I use them.
Claressa, good luck.
Thank you.
Yes, when they talk
here
about
at the Detroit Masonic,
when they're talking about the like her coming down in weight and Hanna Gabriel coming down in weight, and then I got to thinking about that. I'm like, Alicia Baumgardner, the way Claressa boxes, I can't see it. Initially, I felt like, hey, maybe there might be something if they meet in the middle in terms of weight. But if you look at Alicia Baumgardner's physique and the way Claressa be delivering them combinations of ones, I don't see it. And if you think you see it, if you think you see a possibility of Alicia Baumgardner winning, and I like Alicia Baumgardner, but I can't see it. I mean, I can't see that happening. But let me know what you think. But anyway, let's get into. I'm just going to forward through some of these because I just want to have it on here where we're seeing some of Claressa's remarkable in terms of. I've never seen a woman box the way Claressa does. But anyway, let's go.
Auditorium, Steve Farhood has rejoined me here, and Steve, we've now watched Claressa Shields. We've seen her in 3 of her 5 previous fights. This will be the 4th one tonight. And I think, quite frankly, we've seen some opponents who, before a punch was even thrown, were all done dancing. I do not get that sense with her opponent tonight. I don't believe Hanna Gabriels is awed at all.
Not at all. One thing I do notice, Barry, attitude is so important with fighters. Hanna Gabriels has been very deferential to Claressa Shields, where Claressa says, if I can kick butt, everything else will be fine. So I use the word arrogance as a compliment. I see it slightly in Christina Hammer, and I definitely see it in Claressa Shields. It's an attitude like, I'm just not going to be beaten. And we'll see if attitude translates into what happens inside the ring.
Yeah, I think one thing is fairly certain, and that is we're going to see a fight break out here in Detroit. To that end, here again is Raul Marquez. And let me just put it to you this way. How do you see this thing playing out? What's going to happen here?
Well, Barry, Shields is naturally the bigger fighter. She needs to use her physical strength to out-muscle her and just break her down and kind of work on sitting down more on her power shots to try to get a knockout. We haven't seen a knockout from Claressa, and hope that the weight drop doesn't affect her stamina and power. For Gabriel, she can't afford to go toe-to-toe. She's got to move in and out, use her lateral movement, her speed, and just be smart in there, know when to engage, and take her into the later rounds. This is a very intriguing fight between two established world champions that are testing their bodies. It's just a matter of who could adapt to their new conditions.
2 seconds only, 2 seconds only. Ladies, we're going to be rules in the dressing room. I expect a spirited, passionate event, okay? The trunks here are a little high. We're going to let it work here and up. They're a little high here. We'll let it work to the middle and up. Keep your punches in front. Keep it fair. Keep it clean. Touch them up. Let's go to work, ladies.
And we take a look at the numbers for these two. In her most recent fight, Shields scaled 167. In her most recent fight, Gabriels scaled 154.
So isn't this like the same? Do we think that this is about the same age difference between Claressa and, because Claressa is how old now? And what is this, about 8 years, 7 years? Do we think that, I'm wondering if Claressa is interested, or if part of her desire to keep going after Layla is, does she think that age is going to give her the advance, or allow her to give her a advantage, or is it just simply because right now, or at least during this fight, Hanna was holding the title?
Gabriel's naturally smaller, but the good news for her, she has a reach that's equal to Shields. The unified rules are in effect here: no standing 8, no 3 knockdown rule. Only the ref can stop the fight. A fighter cannot be saved by the bell in any round. The fight is official after 4 rounds, and remember, women's boxing, these are 2-minute rounds.
So here we go, 10 rounds for 2 belts. You can see Gabriel's very aggressive right out of the box.
Yeah, and she got counted pretty sweetly there.
Yes, she did.
Dropping her hands.
Yeah, that's probably not a good idea.
Not at all.
Shields very obliging and will just hit her multiple times if she comes in like that.
Exactly. You have to stay calm in the heat, in the moment. And right now, Shields is very, very calm, very composed after a butt there.
Yeah, I think they banged heads.
Shields a combination again.
Some big bombs being thrown by Shields.
Well, and Gabriels is right there for them. Uppercut down Shields.
So just even right there where Claressa was like, it seems like right then is when she made up her mind. Okay, I'm about to have her ass. That's what it seemed like to me. But also, if you've seen this fight, then you already know that the mouthpiece came out, and it looked like the fight went downhill from there in terms of, as it goes through the rounds. Hanna, you can tell she's starting to get tired. And another thing that I found interesting is, and this is what I was trying to reconcile, is that
Look out!
Claressa, you know, you can't tell her nothing, or so it seems. But when she's in that ring and her ring men are up in there saying, okay, here's what you got to do, calm it down, smooth it out, this, that, and 2/3, she literally appears to be listening to them.
You know that headbutt in the first round, too, there's a swelling on the left cheek of Gabriels, and that was from the headbutt.
Yeah, she has high cheekbones to begin with.
Good left hand from Shields. 5 punches unanswered, and Gabriels comes back with one of her own. Gabriels got some pop.
Yeah, I think Shields got rocked again.
Yeah, Shields can't afford to flail away in these combinations, even though she's controlling them.
I think that time Shields got Gabriels' attention. Heck of a fight so far, I'll say that.
I think we've all waited for the time as a professional where Claressa Shields would be tested. It's awfully early in this fight, but she's being tested by somebody who's a champion and fighting like a woman who's determined and thinks she can win.
And to some extent, it's kind of matching with her speed, you know, because she's able to hit her.
Well, you can tell, to me it looks like Hannah's getting tired, but she's laying down now, or so it seems. I don't know what y'all think. But it looks like she's tiring out. And
there's the great Tommy Hearns.
And, you know, and speaking of this quick clip, so I put this video together about Claressa was on Twitter, and she said, oh, I got an announcement coming this week, which is this week. And, you know, I got to thinking about it, because they were talking about, you know, her being a free agent. She said something like, well, I'm not a free agent, or, you know, I used to be a free agent or something. But I got to thinking, I wonder, did she get signed? Does she have a promoter? And, you know, they said Tommy Hearns is promoting now. And so I'm wondering, like, what, I mean, I don't know. But what are your thoughts? Do we think that Claressa is going to, what this breaking news for her is supposed to be coming up this week? Did she get signed with somebody? You know, is she marrying Papoose? I mean, what's tea? You guys have any idea or any thoughts on what this pending breaking news is about to be with Claressa? I just wonder.
Claressa Shields can throw a lot of punches at one time, and here she goes. The left hook drives back Gabriels, and then Shields keeps firing, both hands.
But after those first 2 missed with a lot.
Yeah, and she has to be careful that, you know, now that she's fighting an opponent who can hit her and hurt her, apparently, she has to be careful not to leave herself open in those exchanges.
Right hand from Shields. That swelling is getting worse. Good body shot from Gabriels.
Gabriels now more intent on picking her spots, I think. Huh?
Looks like it, huh?
Yeah, Claressa now is trying to find her now. Found her there with that overhand right.
But Gabriels had an answer, and there's another right hand from Shields, and 2 body shots from Gabriels. Shields being a little more patient as well here. 3 jabs all missed.
Tell you what, Gabriels got that herky-jerky style, you know. A lot of bounce in her and good speed.
Get back. Box. Get that classic from me, buddy.
I think Shields is finding her distance now with the jab. Can't get lazy in there. Got to keep her hands up.
Well, we talked about Claressa Shields needing to cut the ring off. I don't think really that's relevant right now because Gabriels is not showing that much lateral movement, more forward movement.
Shields trying to suck her in. Gabriels misses. And a good job by Gabriels. Got in with a left hand, got out.
Exactly, that's a veteran move.
Close round.
Still feel like Shields is trying to load up with every shot.
Yeah, I don't know. So, what do you guys think? Do you think Clarissa's style is a little sloppy? Because it seems like that to me a little bit. Doesn't seem, with all the trash that she talks, at least. And I know this is an older, an older fight, and I guess we can, I guess a good comparison can be made if she does. Nikki, by the way, said you think she's going to announce her next fight. So if it is in fact going to be a next fight. We'll be able to compare her style between all this trash she's been talking, and between this fighter, because I can't remember the lady's name again, who, because she fought her last and she hurt her shoulder, and I think I got a video queued up for her, but I can't remember her name. Was it Alex or something? Anyway, if you guys can remember it, because I think she fought her this year. Might have been in February, but anyway, the style does look a little. She's looking a little sloppy, but it's all good in the neighborhood because she's still winning. She's still winning, so and she does have the skills. There is no doubt about it. I would not want to have any level of confrontation with Claressa Shields under any circumstances.
But do me a favor, when you fire that right hand, come back with the hook.
Claressa Shields will move her hands. She's been averaging 60-something punches a round in a 2-minute round. That projects to almost 100 for a 3-minute round. This is the same replay, and you see that Gabriel sort of rode with that right hand a little bit, but it still landed flush, and I gave Shields the round.
Yeah, it's interesting. I gave it to Gabriels, but I believe it was a very close round.
I gave it to Shields and I got the fight even.
Round 4.
This more measured pace is what I've seen on tape of Gabriels, and she's just getting hit with left hooks there. But this is more how she usually fights as opposed to what she did in round 1.
Right hand from Shields there over the top.
Bring that one up.
I agree with you, Raul. I think as we look at your scorecard here, you've got an even fight right now with a 10-8 first round. I'm going to say, Raul, I agree with you that Shields still has a tendency to load up with every shot.
Yeah, she's she gets over anxious, so they goes back to the corner, and John David Jackson kind of settles her down. Take your time. Take your time. Pop that jab out there. Find the right distance. Don't load up with every shot.
And Gabriels is still there and still has some pop.
Stop! Step back. Step back.
But guys, you know that anytime you tonight,
Yeah, I'm just skipping it.
Costa Rica's never had a male world champion. Gabriel's the only female world champion they've ever had. This fight is on live in Costa Rica right now, and you can imagine the whole country's watching.
Absolutely.
Not just the World Cup,
And the soccer team lost. So.
What do you guys think? Because it looks like in the ring, I feel like Gabriels definitely shows heart. At least in this fight, she's certainly doing that.
Very different fight, as you said now, from Gabriels.
I think that's going to hurt her shoulder in that fight, too.
Now Shields needs to cut off the ring because she's getting a lot of movement from Gabriels. I wonder if Gabriels did blow a lot of energy in that first round.
Very likely.
I mean, I know she's used to fighting long fights. She's a champion, but she hasn't really been the same since that first round.
Good right hand by Shields, and another left hand by Shields. And a big right hand by Shields, although Gabriels rolled with that. Maybe that's a wake-up call for Gabriels, too, who all of a sudden throws a three-punch combination.
Yeah, Gabriels is being reduced to someone who's looking for that one punch.
And she is a smaller fighter, and they're used to fight at 154. Claressa's coming down from 168. She's definitely bigger, so maybe just the body weight is wearing Gabriels down.
Gabriel's breathing through the mouth now as well. Claressa Shields historically fights with her mouth open.
Yeah, Shields now, you can sense starting to take control.
Gabriel's holding.
Oh, so what do y'all think?
It's halftime of this
who
fight,
actually saw this
and
fight
because
already?
of what
And
happened in round one,
what do y'all think so
Shields
far?
has
What
dominated
do you
most
think
of the
about
rest of the
Clarissa's
action, but isn't
style?
up
I
very
mean,
much on
and
the
does she
card.
really
We've
have a
seen her
style,
jabs,
or is it
a
just,
4-jab advantage, and the
you
power
know,
shot's only 11 power
what do you
shot
think
advantage.
makes her?
So not a big edge, but here's the
What's
story
the
of the
unique
fight
thing about
early
her
at least.
style? Is what I want
Watch
to know.
the right hand.
Because it just seems to me like she's
Right uppercut right
intimidating.
there hurt Shields, and follow-up left hook put her
She's
down.
intimidating,
That put
an
Shields
intimidating
2 points
presence,
down on the
and
card.
she does
Now,
know
she's
how
made
to
that
throw
up,
some
at least on
punches.
my card,
She
with
has
furious
some strength and some power
combination
behind
punching,
those
just
punches.
like
You can
this.
tell that.
And as the rounds have mounted, we've seen Shields continuing with the flurries, and Gabriels only doing it in spots.
But there's some,
Now
like,
Shields
at
is
least
the
here,
aggressor.
there's some wildness,
Gabriels buying time with lateral movement.
which might make it, which, is probably
Behind
to
all
into
the
her
holiday
advantage
magic
because
is
what
you.
opponent can plan for that? You know what I mean? We can anticipate the wild activity on her part.
This is round 6.
Gabriels had her lowest punch output in round 5.
Yeah, she is breathing through her mouth now. Wild right hand from Shields.
Stop! Get back. Get back.
Shields is still one of the things John David Jackson told us he was good trying to do with Shields is get her to set down on her punches. And she still seems a little wild to me, but again, it's only one fight.
Yeah, at times she does.
Stop! Get back.
Shields throwing more, landing more. Maybe not equaling the volume we've seen in the past, but she's taking control of this fight.
Very definitely.
That's what I'm talking about. Every shot there, she's loading up. She's got to
Pick her shots, right?
Yeah.
Pick her shots.
Take her shots, pace her shots. A hammer over there watching the fight. Wonder what she's thinking.
I wonder. And another exchange here, both getting their good right hand from Shields. Gabriel's fighting like if she's going to go out, she's going to go out in a shield. Good right hand again by Shields. Gabriel still right there.
Gabriel's only chance is to land a big power shot, and I wonder if these exchanges, while dominated by Shields, if she shouldn't back off a little bit and box a little bit more.
Good left hand slipped in by Shields in that last exchange.
She's got her mouth open. I wonder which one I mean, they're both swinging. One of them is going to punch herself out.
Yeah, I think they're both good
yes,
honestly.
But Shields has something to give her energy that Gabriel's doesn't, and that's the crowd.
Yes.
They're chanting T-Rex.
Right hand, but a little more slapping involved in that from Gabriel.
Well, I think not just the crowd, Steve, but I think, Shields feels that, she's got a lot of pride and she feels like she carries women's boxing.
And Shields in control of things.
Yeah, because to me, at this point, it doesn't seem like... Like she, it doesn't seem like Hanna is... It doesn't seem... the end of this fight is a perfect picture. But it doesn't seem like... I'm wondering what is Gabriel thinking?
Christina Hammer's
What's
probably
on her
saying to
mind right
herself,
then and there?
yeah, this
Like,
is a pretty
are you
entertaining
already
action
think I
fight,
have
but I
have
don't fight
losses?
like Hanna Gabriels. I fight a whole different
or what?
style.
Because it just doesn't
So whatever
seem like
Claressa
drive
Shields
and
is
like,
doing isn't going to work against me.
optimism.
Look at these exchanges toward the end of the round here. Again, Shields a little more pinpoint with her shot.
Maybe she's just...
But again, fighting off the ropes. And I just don't think with a presumed lead on points, I don't know that she needs these big exchanges. Left hook there by Gabriel. Does she have one more punch in her to make this interesting?
I don't know. We'll see. I think they're both tired.
Okay, that's working good.
There you go.
And we should point out, Gabriel's in her one loss was stopped in the second round by Xavier Castillo.
And was down in the second fight.
Yes.
Last round.
So 10th round, the crowd loves it. It's been an action fight.
Sure has. Gabriel's landed more punches against Shields than any of Shields' previous opponents. 117 punches landed, that's a lot.
Shields seems to me to be in excellent shape coming into this fight, and you can see just a little nuance of things that John David Jackson has worked with her on. I think her punches, by and large, are a little straighter than they have been. Still tends to be a little wild on occasion.
Some good exchanges.
Yeah.
Shields winning them exchanges. Keeping her hands up right there.
Yet a combination by Shields, starting to the body and coming upstairs. Shields doing some pretty good body work. Shields peppering her, and every time she does, Gabriels comes back.
Watch her head, watch her head. She's tough.
That time Gabriels held after...
we got a cut. Accidental headbutt.
What are they talking about?
I think that might have been the win. I don't know. I don't know. This fight is
right.
Interesting as hell.
The possibility, at least, of a matchup between, assuming assuming Claressa Shields has won this fight, which I think is a given.
Fair assumption.
Is Hammer and Shields?
Yes, so at the end of this fight, the exchange between the girl, I don't even know the name. Claressa just goes buck wild at the end of this. It's entertaining and definitely crazy again.
I pay to see Gabriels anytime.
I think that'll be a head-on collision between both of the fighters.
Terrific.
Nelson and Gabriel, yeah.
Shields wins this fight. She and Christina Hammer both were very impressive. That was the last cut from the headbutt that you can see on the cheek of Claressa Shields. Here's how it happened.
Yeah, this is the last minute of the 10th round right there. Gabriels was against the ropes, came forward. Her arms were down, but her head was up.
All right, so let's find out how the judges saw this one. We go to the center of the ring once more, and our ring announcer, Pete Trevino. Pete.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a big round of applause for both of the fighters in this ring. After 10 championship rounds of boxing, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. Judge Procopio scores the contest 97-92. Judge Ancona scores the contest 98-91. And Judge Hayes scores the contest 97-92. All for your winner by unanimous decision and new WBA and IBF female middleweight champion of the world, Claressa T-Rex Shields.
Yes, she's very humble, and is that going to keep her a winner? Will she?
Shields, and she had to dig down
when she comes
to earn this victory.
You're thinking?
No, it didn't affect me at all. First of all, thank you everybody for coming. You've been great, and then it didn't change my mind at all. I kept working. She's very fast, and she does have a lot of power. You know, I'm a smaller kid, and I probably feel it more. But it was a great fight. I don't think the difference was that big, but you have to trust the judges in this game, and then I'll accept my loss with dignity, and I'll stay tall. I gave my all.
You've certainly fought like a champion. How would you rate Claressa Shields' power?
Oh, she's powerful. I think I probably landed more punches or the same, I don't know. But like I said, I'm not gonna make excuses. She's got the win today. I'm still a 154 champion, and you know, you have to stay tall. This is a fight between champions. For the fans, I don't think it went wrong at all.
It was an excellent fight, and we look forward to seeing you again. You are a true champion.
Thank you so much. Thank you for everybody.
Sure, you knew how you would respond in adversity, but this was really the first fight in which you had adversity in that first round. That knockdown pretty much came out of nowhere, yet you won every round after that.
Every round.
How did you do that?
I'm telling you, my mind, I could tell you the whole fight, round by round. I could tell you what I got hit with, probably what the seconds was on the bell. I was like, either way it goes, tonight is my night. I'm gonna make history. I gotta show the world why I'm the greatest woman of all time. And like I said, I may have got put on my ass, but it wasn't over. She tried to get me up. She tried to get me out second round and third round. I won every round after the knockdown, and I showed who I am. I showed that. Now I'm really dangerous because they know they could knock me down, and I'm gonna get back up and I'm gonna fight harder. I'm in shape. I did what I was supposed to do.
The obvious question, the question everybody asks. She's here. She fought on this card. It's Christina Hammer
Talk
next.
in the ring now.
Listen.
Hammer, I'll whoop your ass. I'll whoop your ass.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Save it, save it.
I'll whoop your ass. You couldn't even handle Toy. You couldn't even handle Toy. You couldn't even handle Toy. What you gonna do to me? I'll whoop your little ass. Right here. Right here. I'll whoop your ass right now. You too. I'll whoop your ass too. I'll whoop your ass too, big boy. No. I'll whoop your ass right now. I'll whoop your ass right now. What's up?
Crazy.
All right, I think that's.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. But that's our Claressa Shields. And that's clearly, I mean, she's the champion and she's the GWOAT, as she says. She definitely she has some skills. There is no doubt about it. But again, I think she's demonstrated a lot of what we all have been saying, or a lot of people have been saying, in terms of her mental ability to exercise self-control, quiet as it's kept. I think that's what's part of it. But as a fighter, again, I would not want to be in a ring with her at all, period, point blank. Tim Majors, you said Claressa's weak spot is her chin. She was talking mess with the guy when sparring. He dropped her with one chin shot. Are you talking about the one where, well, I know that they recently have, I saw this video recently with, I guess she was sparring with some guys, and Cameron was saying, if you a man, just say that, or something of that nature. So is that what you're referring to, Tim? Or is there a different fight that you're talking about? Hopefully if you're able to answer it, that'll be great. But I think with Claressa, again, her she's definitely a fighter. There's no doubt about it. And I don't even know if you can say, can you even say, hey, you need to change all of this or whatever, because it's definitely getting her the wins. And so really, I guess my question is, do people really care? Do we care in terms of how she acts outside of the ring since she's winning? I mean, my answer to the question is, of course we care, because she's a role model, and people are looking to her, and you've got young people that are looking up to her as well. But I don't know if we'd ever be able to get through to her, to be honest with you. Yeah. So now, again, like I said, what's my guy's name over here? Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. I want to run this quick little clip that he dropped a short. Let me see when this was, when he put this out here. Yeah, that was today. And it's really after Hanna Gabriels had showed up and popped up on his live yesterday. And so now I want to hear what my man got to say about a rematch and why he thinks that would be a good one. So let me set the share screen up real quick, and let's see what he's talking about. Let's see. Here we go. Let's see what my guy talking about right here.
Kill her. She'd have to kill her because Hanna Gabriels is now more than ever. Claressa Shields and Hanna Gabriels, that rematch needs to happen. We understand what happened, the positive test, testosterone derivative with Hanna Gabriels, but now we got the whole story. And everybody's gonna have an opinion, but forget all that. make the rematch. Claressa Shields, Hanna Gabriels. Hanna Gabriels had a fight December of last year. Before that, it was 2021. So not as active as she wants to be. Looks like she's going to get back in the ring. But I'm just saying this, the fight to make. Shadacia Green, no doubt. Claressa Shields ain't getting down to no 140. That's not healthy for her. Alicia Baumgartner, who knows? Michaela Mayer, I don't know. Serrano, Katie Taylor, they just seem too small. Franchon Cruz is earned, forget all that. All those fights would be good if they're possible. But the one fight we know is possible, Shadacia Green, but Hanna Gabriels, make the fight. Boy. But Claressa Shields may not. She may keep trying to call out Layla Ali. Layla Ali already said, I ain't messing with you.
Right.
It's over. I'm retired. Get out of here. You ain't going to benefit off of the Ali name. And I agree with Layla Ali. I agree 100%. As a boxing fan, would I have been watching it? Hell yeah. Would I have been rooting for Layla Ali? Hell yeah. I don't have favorite fighters, but it's a little bit different. But the bottom line, Hanna Gabriels, size, everything, knocked it down the first fight. Even with Hanna Gabriels testing positive for that stuff, the storyline, the build-up would be amazing. And I'm telling y'all right now, Claressa Shields and Hanna Gabriels would be a fight where Hanna Gabriels would have an expanded gas tank. She would be locked in and focused, and Claressa Shields would have to kill her. She'd have to kill her because Hanna Gabriels is not going to let Claressa Shields come in there, man, and beat her. It's going to be physical. It's going to be ugly. It's going to be some power. And we're going to find out. In boxing with the men, they say, who's mas y macho? How do they say that shit in Spanish? Who's mas y macha? Macha y macha? I don't know how they say it. But what I will say is, that's the mashup, crash-up that we need right there. Hanna Gabriels, Claressa Shields, the rematch. Make the fight.
Oh no, that's right. I definitely agree with that because I think we saw the potential now. And I just want to quickly, I want to run just a small piece of Hanna Gabriel being on Hood Champion Boxing and Sports I think it was last night or a couple nights back. But I want to run that because I want us to kind of pick up on her, on the very calm and smooth demeanor that she's giving, which I don't know, that to me that's very interesting because she's not coming on there, like yeah, she's not doing one of those numbers, and she sounds like this is well thought out, like she's giving this some consideration, and that she wants a fight. She wants the fight, and also, of course, she mentioned that some other fighters had issues and they let them back in, but they don't appear to be letting her return back to fighting as swiftly as other fighters who have the same type of problem. So, but I just want us to kind of hear her, the way she is, she's just so humble, which is, I guess it's just a stark difference between her and Claressa. But then, she was proven that she had a little something in the ring, her body structure. So I don't know. She might be, I don't know. I don't know. I think she would yet again give Claressa a good round, run for her money. But let me bring that one up real quick. And I just want us to kind of get into her demeanor, her kind of like her attitude, if you will. Let's see, Hanna Gabriels. Here we go. Let's just bring that up real quick. And shout out to, oh my goodness, what's my guy's name again? Sorry, man. Hood Champion in Sports. Yeah, okay. Let's hear this.
The topic of Claressa is hot right now, and I don't want to get on board with it because I am not trying to attack Claressa. But when she says that she has brought up women's boxing into and it has done good to us. That is not the truth. It is not the truth, not in my case. And we have had the opportunity to meet each other after 2018 a couple of times. She says that I'm running away from her, but I went up from 154 to 160 in 2018 to fight her. I only had one amateur fight in my career. I thought that I was going to lose badly, but I knew that I was going to give my all. So my experience against hers is little, but I gave her that fight. That fight gave me the understanding that I wasn't too far away from.
So you're telling me Riverside is the only platform I need?
Shut up with the ads on.
Like an ad.
Becoming the type of boxer that I wanted to become. Because I started boxing when I was 20. My first fight, I think I was when I was 25, something like that. And I didn't have the school that they have. So I always thought, this is my daughter. Please say hi. She's the owner now, the owner of my account.
You guys in Costa
And
Rica, right?
yes, we are from Costa Rica. So, you know, I thought that I was going to lose badly just because of experience and everything. And after that, I started training, and I have made myself, I committed myself to work on my mistakes and stuff. And then 2021 came in. I was the champion for the WBA. Eve DeCare was the champion for the from the IBF. And Claressa was the champion for the WBO and the WBC. When her turn to come to 154, happened, her team they were able to make me invisible. On March the 5th, Claressa fought for the undisputed, and I was the champion. 2 days before the fight, she posted on her Facebook or something. She posted, good morning, 2 more days. And then she posted a picture of me, receiving a punch from her. I thought it was disrespectful to Eve because it was their fight, not my fight. But I knew she was being intentionally disrespectful to me because she told me in that image that she was fighting for my belt without having to face me, that she was going to take my place without having to face me. And I had been the champion for almost 10 years at the time. So I wasn't going to say anything, but when she posted that, I thought I had to say something. Not only because it was my position as a champion, but the reason why I didn't say anything before that is because I understand that the sanctioning bodies do as they please, for one. And secondly, I do respect their decisions when it comes to historical events. You know, I did understand the big picture when it came to, they were selling this as the fight of the century. And I did understand, why things were happening. So I kept my mouth shut. But when she posted that, I made a public statement. I can share that to you as well. Of course, it didn't get a lot of track. My team at the time wasn't in.
So I'm not going to keep running this one because it is on Hood. I'm about to say Hood Chronicles. Hood Champions. Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. So you definitely can go over to his channel and, of course, see the entire, if you haven't seen it already, and see the entire discussion, which, again, that was impromptu. And I just love her demeanor. It's just very calm and smooth and relaxed and focused. And I don't know, she might, she sounds to me also like, like there's a quiet drive in her, in Hanna, because of what she has encountered just with that, the fact that the drug situation that was, because on the live last night here on Hood Champion Boxing and Sports, she said, if I recall correctly, she said that she had spoken to her attorney, and the attorney told her, hey, you need to go ahead and let them know. It's like the attorney told her to disclose, to be the first one to disclose it. And so, and that's, if you guys saw all of this, if I'm wrong, go ahead and feel free to correct me. But when I was listening to her on his show last night, it sounded like she was saying that I told the attorney that, hey, this is what's going on. And they said, hey, you need to go ahead and disclose that, let the people know, so it doesn't come out as though, you're just as a surprise. And so she was proactive in letting them know, hey, listen, I've been treating my dog and with this type of medication and thus and so. But even by her doing the right thing, it appears as though, she severely got penalized for doing right. And you can tell that it really, it bothered her, and it still bothers her. You can just tell by the way she's talking. So I don't know, that to me, that's a good reason to root for Hanna. And also in the fight that we just saw, she's shown some heart, shown some skill. And hey, if she's improved since then, maybe she can take her. I think I'd like to see that. Sugar Ray Robinson, you're saying that Shadisa Green is the one Gabriel's very nice and she can box. Yeah, I think I saw a clip with Shadisa saying that, she went and got a bachelor's degree. And, it's her intention to be doing commentating once she retires. So apparently, I guess what she's trying to say was, I'm not trying to get her in this sport. I'm trying to come through, be a champion, and then commentate when it's all said and done. And that sounds like a good plan. And so do we think that Claressa could be a commentator when she got finished? That's how I just wonder, So anyway, y'all, that's it. That is the podcast. I just kind of wanted to look at this, look at Hanna Gabriels and just see the matchup between her and Claressa. I know they both have grown some type of way since that last fight. So it is going to be interesting to see if, Hood Champion Boxing and Sports is saying, make that fight. If they do that rematch, it's going to be interesting to be able to compare then and now. So I'm looking forward to that. So that's it. That is the podcast. Y'all be sure to hit the like button, share, subscribe, replay gang, leave a comment, because I want to hear from you. And until next time, y'all, we will see you when we see you.